a job, right, during school, and you work an average of 40 hours a week. That's a lot of time, right? You're throwing this on top of your classes, your studies, your whatever extracurriculars you do, whether it's sports or something. This is the life for NCAA athletes, right? They spend hours upon hours, and especially in NCAA Division I, they average about 40 hours per week of practice and training. So that's a hard life, but they don't get paid a dime, right? So that's their job, but they don't get paid. So if players were employees, should they get paid? Is my question. I'm going to go over profit that the NCAA brings in through different organizations. I'm going to talk about the mindsets of the athletes, what they really think about school. Are they coming for the school for their sport, or are they coming for their education? And lastly, I'm talking about compensation. After their 4 years of training for their team's success, do they deserve some sort of monetary gain, whether it's a few $1,000s or something bigger than that? Now, when I talk about income from NCAA, obviously there's a lot. If you look at Alabama and Penn State, it's a lot of money. It's $31 million for each of those. So where's all that coming from? You get ticket sales, you get ads, you get broadcasting revenue. Over break down to a Pacers game, right? Each ticket was $200, and they weren't even good seats. They were pretty bad seats. So it's a lot of money through tickets alone. And then you get ads, right? You get big games, you get big college games, March Madness. A lot of money coming through ads as well, and broadcasting, right? So I have Chris Smith from CBS. He said that Turner Broadcasting makes more than $1 billion off of March Madness games, and that's thanks to in part to a $700,000 ad rate just from the Final Four. So each ad, $700,000. So next time you want to make a commercial, don't think you can pay for it. So this money isn't going to the players, right? How much would they be worth if it wasn't going to them? How much would they be paid if it wasn't going to them? So I have a video to show that explains if they were paid, how much would they be worth.
With the attempt to unionize football players at Northwestern University and antitrust lawsuits being fought against the governing board of college athletics, the NCAA, experts say the day when student athletes are classified as workers and get paid might not be far off. But how much money could a player get on the open market? Well, according to one report, it would likely mean salaries in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. The March survey from the National College Players Association and Drexel University said that the projected fair market value of the average college football player is $178,000 per year from 2011 to 2015, while the projected market value for the average college basketball player for that same time is $375,000.
That's a lot of money, right? Some pros get paid that. So I don't know if I would agree with that amount of money being paid, but that could definitely be a possibility for college players. So that's what they could be paid if that was a possibility as of now. So if the money isn't going to them, where's all this money going? Obviously, you have sports funds. Sports funds. That's a lot of money. So that's one of the main things it's going to is towards the sports fund. But it's also going to school, education, academics, classes, teachers, all of that. That's where some of that money is going. And then lastly, it's going to the coaches and the directors, the heads of the teams, of the athletic departments. A lot of money is going to them. So Tony Waldron of Huffington Post, he said that most economists would agree that would be the highly paid coaches and directors who would take the hardest hit if players were paid. They would probably lose a lot. So the people that you hear against this argument are usually coaches and directors because they don't want to lose money. They're making lots of money from these teams. So next we'll talk about the athletes and their mindset about school, right? So they're coming to school to play a sport. Some of you came here just for, I know she came for volleyball, I know she came just for volleyball. But the players go to that school just for that sport. They don't go for education. But when they do come, they get, mostly free education, whether it's through, scholarships or whatnot for sports. But their education is free, so they don't really care about it a whole lot, right? So I have Tyler Ross. He did a interview for football players. He said practically all the dozens of football players I interacted with resented their schoolwork and the requirement of it. So they're not there for school. They're just there for sport. They're too focused on playing the pros, right? So if they don't end up going to the pros, what's going to happen? So they're similar to employees mainly because they spend hours a week training for their team's success. Like you would work for an organization, you work for their success. They're spending that amount of hours for the team's success, but they don't get paid. There's no salary compensation. There's no monetary gain for it, not for them, for their team. So, like I said, they get a free education. There are limits to that. The rule of reason from CBS Sports requires that NCAA permits schools to provide up to the cost of attendance. So there's nothing more. They could get paid more. They could get full rides. Some players get full rides. It's really good. But others, they only get part of their education. So financial support, even if they not getting paid, should they get some kind of compensation after they graduate, right? So Sean Fitzpatrick here, he said the least you can do is give the athletes a share when they leave and graduate. So after 4 years of contributing to your team's success, whether it's winning a championship, whether it's winning some big games, do they deserve something more than just that trophy? Do they deserve some sort of money from all that money that's being brought in? So if they do fall away from their sport, if they don't make it into the pros, if they need help finding a job, there's always enough money to be brought back in to the players. Like I said, there's billions being made from the NCAA and these organizations. So money can always be fed back into the players. Anson Sharp of ESPN, he said, allowing players to make money gives college sports the best chance of surviving in the 21st century. So it really is, it's not important, but it is a possibility that they could be paid. But there should be a limit. I think there should be a limit between pros and between college sports of pay level. Hundreds of thousands of dollars obviously is not something realistic for college players. But if that is a thing, I know some people would disagree with it, some would agree with it, but I think a few $1,000s is probably more than enough for college players. At Division I schools, CNN Money Analysis said that basketball and football Division I made a combined profit of $1.7 billion. So that's way beyond what most of us can imagine, right? $1.7 billion. That's insane. So why are the salaries really deserved? They work like employees. They contribute to that income that the NCAA brings in, right? They spend their time. They work hundreds of hours a year for their team's success. And if they don't get any kind of gain from that, whether it's money or it's a trophy or it's a good feeling after a win, they don't want to come back to it. They don't want to come back and do it again. So all these players spend hundreds of hours, working for the team's success. They work like employees, but should they get paid like them? I think they should, whether they're in college.